How many albums have you had? 4. And no hits.
I need you to focus and avoid frivolous distractions.
Honey, find the songs that move you. Until you do that, you ain't going nowhere.
How you doing, Marlon?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. I guess my after watching, Ted White and all those scenes, my first question got to be like, should turtlenecks come back in style? Like, should we bring the turtleneck back?
They should have never left, except for in the summertime where it make your neck stink.
One weird, one strange thing that stood out to me when I watched Respect is like, when we see these female artists, whether it's Billie Holiday or Tina Turner, or in this case, Aretha Franklin, we see them all, they all experience domestic violence and some form of addiction, some of them rape. Like, why did that era, and I'm not sure if it still goes on, but when we look at all these biopics, we see it. Why is that a common theme in that era? Like, they always getting beat up, but something was happening. Like, what?
I mean, because you're coming out of an era where that kind of abuse was inflicted on us, the era before. And as Black men, you take that out on Black women, and, damaged people. And, but we're evolving, and, women are standing up for themselves, and women don't need men in the same capacity than they did. And men are starting to embrace their femininity, like, and their vulnerability. And women are starting to, embrace their strength as providers. So, the transition's happening. We're humans. We evolve. And what we was yesterday, the day before, it doesn't matter. It's where we're going. We're all going to bring about better change. So, but there was a time, that's how you judge a woman. Your mama a good woman. I sock her in the eye. She get right back up and make me dinner. That's a good woman, Talk to one of your old grandpas. A good woman could take the best punch and keep on ticking. You know what I mean? Like, but people evolve, man, and we're getting better, and we got to continue.
What you, baby, I got what you need. I got it. All I'm asking is for.
I know, Jamal.
Hello, Miss JHud. How you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I just wanted to say, ooh, it's sweeter than honey. And what? So is my money. All I want you to do for me.
I tell you, girl, hey, baby, where you go?
You better have a microphone.
I got them. They know what it means to me. RESPCT. Take care, TCB.
Where the door? Oh.
I don't got all of what you got. That's why I don't have an Oscar and a Grammy and best-selling book.
All right.
But, let's talk about this, because like in Dreamgirls, when you played Effie White, she was a fictional character. How did you approach this differently with a real live character? How did you approach that?
Yes, it is different, because like with an Effie, you get to create it up in your mind, use your imagination, and have things to draw from, references of the music and stuff like that, and Jennifer Holliday as well, whom I love. But you have the opportunity to make your own version of that. Whereas with a film, and then let's not ignore the fact that they wasn't from the same era. So that's tricky for me coming off of a Dreamgirls. So, okay, dang, how do I make Aretha different from Effie? You see what I'm saying? That element, but Aretha was her own thing, I do think she still influenced something in that Dreamgirls era as well, because that's what Aretha, that's what she do. So, but approaching it and having something to draw from a real person, and then I was blessed to be able to know that person, so that helped as well.
When you look at you know, you could look at Tina Turner, you could look at Billie Holiday and Lady Sings the Blues, or People versus Billie Holiday, and then you look at the Aretha story, and you see like there's this common theme of domestic violence, some addiction, some rape in some of those stories. Like, why was that era so much like that? And do you feel like your peers in this era are deal with the same context of like challenges? Because it seems like that was a common theme with the successful artists of that day.
I mean, I guess each generation have its own realities and what's happening in those times, you know, and it's life. In these biopics, you're not just talking about the celebrity, the glamour and the glitz that we see, but it covers that and the human. And with that human, there's a life that's happening that we don't necessarily get to see, you know? So it may have just been their times of what was going on in their time and how they dealt with that time. Yeah.
It's been almost 30 years. I mean, it has been 30 years if you count I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, but going from your first main character and More Money, it's been 30 years since you've been on screen, and we've seen you do comedy a lot. We've seen you do action and G.I. Joe and stuff like that, and we've seen you do some drama. Like, what haven't we seen Marlon Wayans do on screen yet?
I don't know. I'm starting to put it all together. You know what I mean? It takes 30 years. Sometimes it takes you a while to gather the skill set that you need for the rest of your journey. Like, I got a big bag of like dope gifts, man. I know how to do comedy. I know how to write. I know how to produce. I know how to direct. I know how to, there's so many things I can do. I could do drama. I could do comedy, both at the same level. I got a stand-up special coming out August 19th on HBO Max called You Know What It Is. I'm doing everything I want to do. I'm just going to do more of it, and I'm going to keep doing it with, hopefully, you know, bigger budgets and the best directors with the best scripts, and I'm going to put my best performance and, you know, do some pure entertainment. And whenever I do something, I don't care if it's drama, comedy, stand-up, that the audience knows, yo, we in for a hell of a ride.
Yeah. Well, look, I know that this movie's called Respected. We love both you and Jennifer's roles, and as well as the other actors. But also, just before I go, I just think they need to put more respect on your big brother Keenan's name, because I mean, your boy has been a legend, and we haven't seen him direct enough, and we want to see him come back. So just to the Wayans family, I'm putting respect on all your names.
I appreciate that.
All right, brother. Thanks for the time.
What you want, baby, I got. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for the respect. Just a little bit, hey, baby, just a little bit. Get on. Just a little bit, just a little bit. I ain't gonna do you wrong, quiet. I ain't gonna do you wrong, so I don't wanna. But all I'm asking is for the respect. Come on, hey, baby, when you get on. Just a little bit, yes, sir, just a little bit. I'm about to give all my money, and all I'm asking in return, honey, is to give me my promise. When you get on, hey, baby, when you get on.
And the last question, in this movie, I seen you putting together like some of Aretha's greatest hits, like her songs, and going through the process of putting it together. Which songs spoke to you? Like, which was your favorite to perform that spoke to you the most as like, this is a song that I would love to have been my own, or that I would love to remake or whatever?
Oh my God, all of them. It's Aretha Franklin, for God's sake. Again, for me, the one that took me back where I needed to have a moment, because I did sing everything live, and I had to stop at that moment and say, wait a minute, I get to sing Respect. Are you serious? That took me back. And that's when the reality of it all settled in, of what was really happening for me.
Well, thanks for taking us along on this journey. You brought me out to Atlanta to see you performing this live for the movie, and
Thank you for coming.
And to see it on film, to see it all come together. You were wonderful as always, and I can't wait to see everything else that you got coming forward.
Thank you so much. Always good to see you.